Okay, so now, welcome to French American TV. We're gonna do the interview in English, and I put a T-shirt I got at convention because it's circuits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do you recognize the circuits?
Yeah, circuit. I see that. Yeah.
You do see that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think it was the RSA conference,
RSA.
security conference.
Yeah, I was there.
You were?
Yeah.
Okay, they were giving away
Okay.
these T-shirts.
At Moscone Center.
At
Yeah, I was
Moscone.
there. Yeah.
Right now there is a French convention at the Moscone Center.
Which one?
It's doctors, diabetic, for diabetes. It's very big in France.
Okay.
Yeah, but I went to the game conference, RSA, Dreamforce.
Oh,
And,
wow.
I try to go because there's always something interesting, even though it's very technical.
Yeah.
So, Oracle.
Yeah.
Do you participate in the Oracle conference?
No. Oracle, no, not really, because
They're competitors.
they're competitor, but we still have a booth usually at Oracle sometime because of the fact that we have SAP and Oracle. We still have that partnership.
Yeah.
Because we still run on Oracle database.
That's why when I enter the
So it's a
convention, I
co-petition,
see SAP.
Yes, it's a co-petition, which we call co-petition because we compete, but we also partner.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are in many of my videos.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't know what it was,
Yeah.
but now I do.
Yeah, SAP, you will see SAP in many, even at Google conference. I
Yes.
don't know if you've been there to Google conference recently. At Moscone Center.
Okay,
SAP
and
was there
SAP?
too. Yeah, we have a big partnership with Google.
What do you do with Google?
Because Google Cloud, for example,
Ah,
right?
Google
yeah,
Cloud, of
we
course.
run on Google Cloud.
Okay.
So they help us also put our system on Google Cloud.
So you buy the cloud.
Yes.
So
We run on Google Cloud, Amazon Cloud, Microsoft Cloud. So we are partner with those big infrastructure providers. We call them hyperscaler.
Yeah, Amazon, you buy space there too?
Yeah. Amazon. We started with Amazon, and then we moved to Microsoft. We extended to Microsoft and now to Google. So we want to be platform independent, right? We want to give the customer the choice.
The choice of Amazon or
Or
Google or Oracle.
or yes.
And why would they are the same quality, no?
Not really. When you see Amazon has a very powerful, they started very early.
Oui.
And they have a very big expansion globally, right? They are almost everywhere. And they have a good practice, really, very easy and stuff like that, right? And Microsoft is catching up because Microsoft is more bringing the enterprise side of it, right? Because Microsoft is an enterprise company, so they are more bringing the enterprise cloud.
Okay.
And that's why we, as SAP, are enterprise company. So we
that's why the
really,
stock of Microsoft is going up and up.
Oh yes, Microsoft is really doing good on many different areas.
So and they send you a
the
bill.
cloud is being.
They send you a bill.
For the cloud?
Yeah.
No, for the part where we put our stuff on, yeah, they send us a bill, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because we also put our software on Azure, Microsoft Azure. So they send us a bill. Yeah, we pay for it.
So you partners.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's good that all of you, the big guys, you kind of cooperate with each other.
I mean, if you look the trends or where we're going, you cannot really survive by yourself.
Yeah, one
alone.
Refer client to the other, right?
Yes, you have to cooperate. We call it the ecosystem, really.
Yes.
We need to work together, right? And either Microsoft, Google, or all these companies, they are putting this infrastructure in place. But companies that are running on those platforms, you don't need to be stuck with one, right? Or the other, right? You need to be able to move if you see something better here or there, right? So there needs to be some flexibility for the customer to do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you don't advise the client where to go, do you?
No, we try to really stay independent.
Neutral.
Neutral.
Yeah, because then
Yes.
you don't want to get
Yeah.
enemies.
Yeah.
You let
Yeah.
them.
The customer is on Azure. We say, oh, it works for us, right?
Of course. Because maybe the customer might say, "Hey, what do you advise me?" But you say, "Okay, this is what this one do. This is what this one do. This is what this one do," and you pick.
You choose,
You
and then
choose.
we would still be running on those on what you choose,
On
right?
all conditions.
Yeah. Unless if one of these meet the condition.
Oh, if it doesn't,
Yes.
then you gotta switch.
Yes, you can have a choice if, let's say, the customer want to have a data center in Brazil, right?
Yeah.
And we see that, in Brazil, only maybe Amazon has a data center there, no Microsoft. So then we would say, let's go with Amazon because they meet the criteria.
They meet the location and everything.
Yeah. So that would be mostly the only condition where we would help.
But if it's in the cloud, does it matter where the physical company is located?
It matters.
It does.
Oh yes, it matters because many of these companies, they want to have a data center closer to where they are. Like even in China, you want to have a data center in China. Some of the country even require to have the data center in the country, right?
Okay, like Alibaba.
Yes, yeah, you would. We also partner with Alibaba to cover the Chinese market. Yeah.
They're big, Alibaba. They're
huge, big too. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you been to China?
Not yet, but now that I started going to Taiwan, I think there might be. We found a lot of opportunities. Yeah, we found a lot of opportunities in that region, and with several that are potentially in China because the Taiwanese market is really China.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they build in Taiwan, but they cover the Chinese market.
Okay.
So yeah, one of the things that we planning is probably
business development in that region.
Yes, in the region. Yeah.
You got to hire a lot of Chinese people. You got to hire Chinese people to do the business development.
Chinese
and they will get the client much better.
Yes. Even in Taiwan, sometimes we were speaking in English, right?
Yes.
But sometimes some of my colleagues.
You bring them with you.
Would be maybe try to explain some of the
in their
critical detail in their language.
So you hire these key people too?
Yeah, we have people there. We have a big team in Taiwan. We have almost 200 people in Taiwan.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to do business development in China?
Yes. So we typically support those guys. So they I went there because of the new technology. So they're not on IoT, machine learning. They needed someone from the global team to come to support them in those different deals.
Yeah.
That's why I went there. But when they get skilled enough and start getting people locally that can support them, I will be less involved. That kind of
So even in Taiwan, then they all bilingual.
Yes, mostly.
They have to understand you if you have to train them.
Everyone's in the office, for example, they speak English. All the customers we met.
And the training is in English?
The training is in English.
Okay, great.
And then they translate, and then you can train the trainer, and then the trainer will train people locally, and then they can translate. Yes, and then they can translate.
And with all the new administration, they want to restrict trade with China. Will that pose any problem to your company?
Not really, because I don't see. Because
tariffs increase.
We sell software really. It's more on the manufacturing, because when I was talking to the people in Taiwan, they were saying that a lot of the manufacturing
has a problem.
Yes, and some of them are moving away from China to come to Taiwan or maybe South Asia. To really avoid
the trade imbalance.
Yes, exactly. So it will be more in that area, manufacturing, because they want to.
Is there truly a trade imbalance? Do China sell more to America than America buy from China?
Yes.
They do.
Yes.
Because their price is low.
Price is low. They manufacture a lot of things. I mean,
it's penny on the dollar, correct?
Almost all the manufacturing is in China. It's crazy. Yeah. They moved most of the thing to China.
Yeah, you can buy a toothbrush for a penny, and here's $2.
And the thing is, the Chinese are very smart because they got the manufacturing, and now because the intelligence, let's say the people building those things were mostly in the US or in Europe, but now Chinese people themselves, they are also skilled enough to be able to create.
Oh.
Yeah, and China is moving very far in machine learning, in
They're
5G.
gonna learn from you.
They already learn. They even are even in advance on many topics.
Oh.
Really, machine learning and 5G. You know, the next generation
Yes,
of
5G,
telco.
it's not
They are
dangerous.
very advanced on
They're
those.
advanced,
that
but
topic.
it's dangerous,
Yes,
I
right?
heard. 5G is dangerous to the health.
It looks like, yeah. They will have to solve some frequency stuff, yeah.
Yeah, they have to solve it before they
launch
kill
it,
the
yeah.
public. I mean, right now it's like an atomic
Yeah,
bomb.
but you know, technology will always. I think people are thinking that because of that, there might be some, some risk.
Yeah.
But they will find a way because technology they cannot avoid to not use something like 5G because it's really
but
it will
many
really
countries
bring
have
different-
abolished 5G for the moment. Because
Yeah, but they will find a solution. Definitely, they will find a way to really decrease the risk
of the
and use it.
radiation.
Yes, because the technologies will bring a lot of new things and will really help countries and companies to move to the next level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I mean,
Yeah, it's a
I thought they was
true
banned
disruption.
in many countries, but it might
Yeah, I mean, it's not even there yet because right now they're really trying. They're really testing. They're doing proof of concept. And
I think France abolished it. That they say no. I mean, Holland, all these European countries say no, thank you.
for now, but they will have to go. They will have to use it. Oh yeah. No, otherwise the China will be the only one, and they will be like far advanced. They will have to find a solution to use it.
No, I mean, China, if China implements it now, they're going to kill their own people. I mean, if they want to commit suicide, they can.
They find you can find a way to avoid that problem.
Radiation.
Yeah, radiation, because there are solutions. There are solutions around radiation, and they will probably before they launch it globally, they will find a solution for the radiation before they launch.
So where did it start? That 5G in America?
5G, I think typically Huawei is one of the first.
Okay.
Yeah, Huawei is really one of the first that.
And where are they
started
located?
early in China.
In China.
Yeah.
So if they get the market, they
yeah,
deserve
they
it.
are really advanced, and then you have other company, Ericsson and others in Europe or in the US.
They're working on it.
They're working on it. Verizon is working on it. AT&T is working on it. I mean, Vodafone in Germany is working. They are all working on 5G right now.
Okay.
And 5G is also
To make it acceptable.
To make it acceptable and to leverage the technology because they see a lot of value and a lot of business that they will do with 5G.
Okay.
And they cannot miss that, right? So they are all around. I'm part of a kind of what we call a 5G consortium, where we discuss some of the 5G opportunities and how we can make money with 5G.
Sure.
And they are all around that. Everyone.
They say yes.
Oh, they are
it's
all about
happen.
looking about how we will be making money in 5G, while other people are still looking to fix
5G.
The challenge about the frequency and stuff. But they know they will have to embrace it.
Interesting.
Oh yeah.
But as long as the problem is not solved, 5G is not here to stay right now. I mean, I heard that there's many countries they don't want it.
Yeah, for now, because like every technology, when they find something that could be
powerful.
Yeah, and so powerful on one hand and dangerous on the other hand.
Oh.
You see, so they will probably make sure that the dangerously get away.
Tamed.
Yeah, first before they deploy it, but they will not avoid not to deploy it.
Okay.
Right? They will probably keep thinking about
Keep
how
trying.
we want to make money with this.
Yeah.
And they will have people working on the other side of it.
Wow.
And you see, probably from now to 1 year or so, I'm quite sure they will find a solution for that.
Oh, wow. That's
They're,
interesting.
they're, they're hoping to launch something by 2020. So
2020.
yeah,
That's not far away.
no, it's just a year ahead. So
Oh, wow. So
not
you
even a
you
year.
have to train yourself on 5G yourself.
I already started. I'm already.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
reading
I'm
about
doing.
it
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm working with this council, with this 5G council, and we are looking at what 5G will bring,
Yeah.
how we can leverage the mobile edge computing with 5G, and the real time. Really, it's really a huge bandwidth. You'll be able to do things that you couldn't do before,
Ah,
right? Like even if you just look at on the bandwidth side,
yeah.
you can get a video or a movie
Instantly.
instantly. That
Yeah.
is critical. That is
Oh.
top. I mean, things
Oh.
like that. And even for the connected car.
But SAP has nothing to do with it.
We are.
You want a
We,
piece of the pie?
no, we have some. We have
Development?
something to do about 5G because we are also those carriers or those telco are trying
They
to
want
work with us
instant.
because at some point there will be some integration with the
Ah,
business, right?
yes, yes.
And if you look, we were discussing the connected car, for example, the self-driving car. Those cars they will drive if they have 5G. A car need to have a real-time reaction,
Of course.
right? Because if you are almost close
Split seconds.
yeah, very very close to
Could
hit someone, so collision avoidance, things like that, you need to react very fast.
Of course.
So the bandwidth, the fact that you might be running locally,
Yes,
so what we call the editing,
yes.
5G will bring that because 5G, they have a lot of towers, right?
Yeah.
And in each towers, they will have some what they call mobile edge computing
Okay.
capability there, so that the mobile edge computing will be able to power like a mini cloud
Yes.
local for all this area. So everything that run on that cloud will be running very fast to everyone in the area.
Oh.
So the self-driving
It
car
will
can leverage
speed up
that.
even the cloud.
Yes. Because the latency between the device or the car and the cloud could be seconds.
That's true.
Yeah, before you get the response.
I don't
and
know.
if you have something closer,
Talking about self-driving truck, I heard 17 million truck driver might lose their job. Have
you know
thought-
what? You know what? I hear that one too, but
Yeah.
I also hear that they're having challenges to find drivers.
Oh.
So
So it's good.
exactly. So it's good because they're having some challenge because not too many people are going to that driver business, right?
That's
so they
right.
find they're having challenges to find people to drive.
So may as well get it self-driving.
Exactly. So self-driving will help
Yeah.
to cover all that, and other driver will probably do some
So
other.
there's not
other
enough supply for the demand.
things. Exactly.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
what the technology will solve.
Just like in San Francisco, we didn't have enough bus drivers. So we had to hire all the drivers that Chariot laid off. But it's hard to find drivers. It's a hard job.
Yeah. So that's one thing that the technology will help
Yes.
to solve. And one thing that SAP we're trying to do, right?
Yeah.
And this is a strategy that we started to launch about last year.
Yeah.
Always try to solve a problem, right? The technology is an enabler
It's going to be there to
to help. The technology is there to help to solve a problem. You don't just start by saying, "Oh, I want to use the technology." No.
Oh.
What problem are you trying to solve?
Yeah,
What,
there's
what's
not
my
enough
challenge?
driver. There's not enough
There's not enough driver. How do I solve that?
Okay.
How do I use the technology to solve
Okay.
that? And same thing for our company or customers. When we go and meet the customer, before advising them, we're not coming and say, "Oh, you have to use SAP." No. What are you trying to solve? How can SAP help you to solve those problems, those challenges?
And they give you the problem?
Yes. They explain the problem, and that's how we come up with a solution.
Okay.
Otherwise, if we just come
What
and
do
then
they
we
need
say,
you for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we say, okay, we have SAP, like we can do this, that. Okay, so what?
So what? Does it solve my problem?
Exactly. So always go with
With the problem the company
solving.
before you offer a solution?
Yes. Outcome. Be driven by outcome and solving customer challenges. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, even like you said, 17 million drivers will lose their job. How are you going to retrain them? It's a big problem. Let's say you've been driving for 20 years. What can you do now?
I think that's where probably
You're going to find a solution for
we,
them?
we have to also work together to find a solution with them, because that's what we use the customer experience. You know, the experience manager we were talking about. We have to have them express their concern, what they want to do or what they can do, you know, so that we know exactly how we can guide them to do something else instead of forcing them to do something that they might not want to do. So there is probably an area on the experience management, on the people management side, that will help to drive the discussion.
Yeah.
And with the people that need to be retrained, to be repositioned, to be, to do something.
So SAP, even though you don't train drivers or anything like that, you still have to look ahead of it. You say it's going to happen, right? And you say, this is the problem a lot of delivery companies are going to have.
Exactly.
And we need to provide that solution before they even call us.
Exactly. And that's a big part of...
like Safeway has that problem.
Yes.
They're going to call you. They say, oh, we got to reorganize this whole thing because we have no more drivers. So do something.
Do something. And then you say, oh, we have a solution, right? And then you start talking
and
about...
you make the appointment.
Yes.
Wow. You got to look ahead too.
Yes, definitely. And that's part of what our company has to do. And that's how we are helping our customer. Because sometimes even the customer, like you said, the customer doesn't know.
It's going to happen.
Yes. And then we are aware because we work with a lot of those customers, right? So and we see customers moving here and there. We see the evolution of things.
Okay.
We see where the technology is going. We see the disruption.
And you warn them?
And we can warn the customer. We say, oh, if you don't digitalize your stuff, if you don't do this and that, there's a risk that you fall behind.
Yes.
And then we start pushing them
in that direction?
In that direction. Some may listen, some may not listen. But, yeah, we try to really push them in that direction and help them to do that.
So is there a company that gives you the outlook of what is going to happen soon?
Yeah, you know the Gartner, the IDC, all these...
They tell you?
They don't necessarily tell only us because they have a team of really experts.
Yeah.
You know, at Gartner.
And they look at the trends?
They look at the trends. So,
and they tell you?
And they tell everyone. They have every year they will have the next 10 trends, new technology trends.
This is what's going to happen.
Yes, and then you look at that, you say, oh, wow, this is happening, right? So the customer can see that, we can see that. So, but the challenge is that not everyone would be thinking that he needs it, or maybe thinking, he may say, this is for others, not for me, right? Or he may think that, it's not yet there yet. It's not happening yet, so I still have time. But
you don't have that much time.
That much. Things move very fast. If you remember, in the past, technology was taking maybe 10 years.
Yeah, now it's quick.
Yeah, now it's like 2 years. Every 2 years, 3 years, you have a new technology come. Yeah.
The disruptors.
So
it's funny. They say soon all the self-service in all the places where you eat, there's not going to be a cashier anymore. I mean,
so even when you do shopping, right? Like the Safeway or this is another thing I saw when I was in Taiwan. A company that is building, and you probably saw that in Japan and others. So you have a shop completely automated.
Oh.
Right? You can come in, you take the product.
Yeah.
You put it in the cart.
And even if it's not food, you can self-check.
And then you when you get up, calculation, you may pay by credit card, or if you're a member, it just completely
And also now they have the thing where as you shop, it calculates.
Yes, exactly. Because
So that's a
the
disruptor.
products are connected. That's the Internet of Things. That's exactly what we're talking about.
So each cart will have a little computer.
Yeah,
A
a little what we call
checkout.
chips.
A little checkout.
Yeah, there is a chips, or there is a small thing on the product that is tracking the product, and you have
as soon as you put in a card,
yes,
it's gonna
you're gonna send a signal.
I see.
Right to the receiver. The receiver will know, oh, this product has been
moved to that cart.
And then because it's connected to the back-end system, to the enterprise system, where you have all your inventory.
Wow.
Right? Then you can automatically have
it.
the price. You can automatically combine. You can add the price of the product as soon as you are putting things in the cart.
This is totally going to eliminate millions of jobs, right? Because we are used to ask a salesperson, can you help me with that? Can you? But now they're all going to disappear one by one.
I mean, you may still need people to give you advice on, because this might work for a small
outfit.
Yeah, small things that you want to buy.
You're right. You might need advice. Tell me if my shirt looks good on me.
Good, yeah. It's still the human touch, right?
Yeah, you still need a few of those.
Yeah. We work, for example, with Intel on what we call the smart retail. So, like, you go into the retail, you want to buy, you try something, and then it's not fitting, but you don't know the inventory, if you have the same size, if you have other size in stock.
Somewhere.
Yes, somewhere in stock, or where is it located?
To bring it to that store.
Exactly. So it's becoming more, we're adding more and more intelligence.
Okay.
This is what we call adding intelligence to the business.
Okay.
Because people are doing business today.
Yeah, they say, come back tomorrow, be here.
Right? So they're doing business today with what they have.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do is to improve that, to make it more user-friendly, more customer experience, more, people, like I was saying earlier, user experience will be driving a lot of disruption because we are not doing something different.
Yeah.
It's just you are selling a shirt, you're selling a pant, you're still selling a pant, but it's just the way the process is done now that is changing. Someone is coming, and then you are, trying. You know immediately if it doesn't fit. You have another size.
Okay.
In the shop.
Okay.
And it's there, so you can go and pick it up. So it makes things for you easier.
Also for the shopper.
Yeah. So you don't lose time. Because in the
Why
past,
go all
you
the
would
way
have...
there?
Yeah,
you go there, no size, my shoe size is not there.
You lose time, and then the customer is unhappy. I mean, it's a matter really of customer experience.
Same with Amazon. They give you the clothes for free. You try them on. If they don't fit, you return them. If you keep them, then you pay.
Now, this is still user experience.
They give you 7 days. Yeah. You can wear it for 7 days and decide if you want to keep it.
Exactly.
At no charge.
Yeah. This is how you get customer, right? This is user experience.
Yeah.
You want to make things easier for the person that will buy. And that's the key.
And they want people to buy at their store, not the other store.
Exactly. Because you have a better user experience with Amazon, you will buy with Amazon. You don't want to go buy somewhere where,
you got to pay in advance.
You will pay, and then the return is complicated, and then,
they keep developing things like that for the user experience.
Yeah, user experience. And that's what is happening in the consumer market, and that's what we, SAP, we are also bringing in the enterprise market.
Okay.
So that our customer will have that seamless user experience, customer experience, employee, product, and everything that you are touching. You have to see how you can improve people's life or people doing jobs in their daily jobs, right?
Yeah, this is all very interesting, and the secret to your success is to find out what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
I guess that's...
I mean, it's for me, for example, when you are advising, solution advisor, when you're advising customers on solutions, it's always better to know things.
What's going to happen. Because, like you said, a lot of CEOs have been with their company, let's say, 40 years.
Yeah.
they cannot change.
Oh yeah, it's very
They
difficult.
say, "Oh, I want to
Yeah.
stay in the comfort zone."
Yeah, it's the comfort zone. They're good with it until the day that
They die.
they turn around and they say, "Oh my God, what's happened?"
Oh yeah, or they give the business to their son, who's more open-minded, and
Exactly.
he
Exactly.
changes everything.
Yes.
But
And that is happening a lot in. I was talking to someone in Asia,
yeah,
and the father owned the company for almost 30 years.
he doesn't want to change anything.
He didn't want to change anything, but he is kind of putting his son in charge
Okay.
now. So one of the people that we met was saying that his son, that's why we were having the meeting, is looking
To change
to change and how we can make that change.
happen.
Yes. So it convinces that that if we don't do this, we may not be here again.
Yeah. Then he's the one who has to convince the dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he's young, he knows, he's been around the world and he knows.
He knows better.
Yeah.
He has fresh cells in his brain.
Exactly.
Yeah, because once you're set in your traditional way, you say, "Oh, I don't need it.
Yeah.
I can stay the way I am."
Yeah, and I have 10 years, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
And I make enough
you don't
money the
know.
way it is.
Exactly.
So
And then one day you wake up, you are in trouble. Your company is in trouble.
yes,
And you see all these new startup coming, disrupting everything.
and you have no more clients
You have no more time to
readjust.
and then you are dead. Yeah.
So this is great that you do all these things, and I can understand why you have 95,000 employees, because there's so many industries, so many
industries,
problems.
yeah, so many software that we are covering, different business processes.
Yeah.
It's really, we are touching really all the different, segment of the market of the enterprise.
Do you start at how many size of company? Minimum 100?
Oh, that's a good question. So in the past, we were focusing on what we call large companies.
Yes,
like,
you told
like
me.
bigger, yeah.
You told me.
But we have a new strategy. We just announced a new kind of senior executive of what we call SMBs, small medium business, small medium business. So this
startups.
Not really startups,
but they are small.
They are small,
okay,
and they have business to run.
Oh,
So they still need to have some software.
of course.
So that area was taken by a lot of other companies like Sage, like the Intuit, QuickBooks, probably that you know, and a lot of small companies that are selling software to those companies. Okay. So, but the SAP, we have enough experience to know how a company works. So we're starting to downsize to a medium company and even to small company, because what happened is with the cloud business, you can have a solution that any company can just connect in the cloud and use, right? You don't need a lot of infrastructure like you used to do in the past. Data center to put in your company, to run the SAP. Everything is running in the cloud. So you just need the connection, and then you can start customizing your business and run it. So we are, with the cloud business, we will probably be going way down to SMBs, small and medium business, and we probably will also try to get more customer in that area. Okay. So that's a new strategy, and we just announced a new head of SMBs. Yes, so they will have to run that.
Can a company, let's say I'm a company and I don't want to hire SAP, can I go online and find the solution?
Yes, we have what we call a SAP App Store.
Oh, they can buy the solution from your store.
Not all the solutions, but we have some solutions that could be sold in the store.
Okay.
We call
and
it
they don't need to be adapted.
And they don't need to be adapted. They just connect, they buy, and they start using it, customizing it, and using it.
Okay. And if they need further improvement, they call you.
Exactly. They can get in touch with us. Yeah, we have a lot of solutions. Not only ours, but also partner solution. We have a lot of partner building solution that they put in the App Store.
That's in your store.
Yeah.
How many solutions do you offer?
Oh, thousands. Yeah, thousands of solutions.
So they put the industry, they put number of employees, and they click buy.
They buy. Yeah, they have a matrix. So each software will have its own matrix, right?
Oh.
So if it's per device, if it's per user, and then you enter the
And
number,
then you
and
enter
then
what
you
you
buy.
need.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is a price. You have a buy, and then you buy it. We provision it for you, and then you just use it. So it's becoming really, really simple.
Do you have like a 30-day trial now?
For some product, for some product they can have a 30 days trial. Yes, you're right. Yes.
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 Oh.
And then you buy afterward. But yeah, for some you just buy it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you pretty much have touched every market, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to get as much business as possible.
Yeah. All the industries.
But you specialize in bigger accounts because you're there to offer an advanced solution.
Yeah. Mostly our bigger solutions are really advanced. Really, we have a suite of product that really match, because all those to manage a company are very complex.
Yeah.
And what we are doing is we are putting in place a system to reduce the complexity of managing we have a company with hundreds of thousands of employees, with many subdivisions, with, manufacturing this, supply chain, selling to that, transportation. So all those processes need to be managed. Or if you don't do that, you will spend time in, just trying to manage your...
Even
your
SAP
stuff.
Need the management.
Yeah, we use SAP to manage us.
You have so many departments that you need your own product.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we run our own software, which is good because we can test it.
Oh, yes.
We use it, we test it, we validate it. So we are the better reference for our own product.
Yeah.
So when a customer asks for reference, we are
using it.
We are using it. We can show you how we use it.
Oh.
And it's a good reference too.
It's interesting. So, to conclude, you started as an architect, architect of the product. Is that it? And then you became the advisor. Is that it?
You want to go from the beginning?
No, I don't. No. I just want to know,
Yeah.
How did you become an advisor? You were an architect first.
Exactly.
Of software.
Yes, solution architect.
And then because you understand it so well, then you can advise many architecture.
Got it. Yes, that's it.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay. No, I just want to make sure I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because before I got to solution architect, I was doing something else, pre-sales. I've done a lot of different things before, which helped me to understand the
every aspect.
Every aspect. I did some business development in Europe when I used to be for Sybase. I did technical support, so really technical, right? You understand what's working, what's not working. So I did a lot of different jobs in the company. That helped me really get the big picture.
The big picture, what's going on.
Understand what's going on and being able to help.
Well, you have a huge computer in there that no money can buy, right? So you are a valuable asset to the company because of all your experience. So it has been a pleasure to see you again. First of all, I want to say I appreciate you coming here for the interview because it's an honor, and I'm really happy to see you again.
Yeah, I was happy that you contacted me.
Oh, okay. So the pleasure is shared. So thank you so much, and I look forward to see you become maybe the president of the company.
Who knows, but
who knows?
Too big.
But keep working on it.
Or maybe a smaller company.
Yes.
A smaller one.
Yes.
We never know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.